on. We should keep social distance. And when we come to the coffin to pay our respects, we will get a sanitizer to sanitize your hands as soon as you finish that. So without much ado, we will celebrate this life of our loving mother lying in state. So can we all bow our heads in prayer? Nickoline, Judy, Florence, born on 27th of February 1963, passed on the 14th of February 2021. All of you know her as Nikki. I believe a person with a large heart and magnificent intellect, who radiated warmth, love, and that which is most important in this world, instead of radiating positive energy to that negativity and turning it around to be positive. This is what she did. She created positivity so we can all be positive in our lives. No matter what the obstacles in our lives are, we can be positive. And when we are positive, we will stay calm. We will be able to sort those issues and those obstacles in our lives in a coordinated manner. She was an inspired teacher and a mentor from whom so many people have learned so much. She was a fighter for social justice. Yes, we need so many people like that. Social justice. This country right now needs all of us to be social justice fighters. We here now at this point in our history, in our time in this country, where social justice has just gone down. We don't have any social justice anymore. The different committees, the different institutions have been set up for social justice, but not working at all. Every one of us have to take harness and practice social justice. Our dear mother, Nikki, also was a fighter for those that were unempowered, and she wanted to empower them. She wanted to uplift those that were in poverty. That is the person that is lying in front of us here today. She was a spiritual seeker, like all of us, no matter which faith you belong to. God is one. It's just we created divisions between us. And she has been that spiritual seeker who found a home in the International Transcendental Meditation family. And she became a teacher of Transcendental Meditation. And I'm sure to all of you as family, to the institution, the International Transcendental Meditation Center, I'm sure this has created a huge void. When a teacher passes on, a void is created. A void that is very, very difficult to fill. Because a teacher, in Hinduism they say, Mata Pita, Guru Dev. It says your mother and your father are the first gurus. They are your first teachers. Then from there, your next teacher is your spiritual teacher. Your pastor, your imam, your father, your reverend, your archbishop, your gurus in the Hindu spirituality. So, a teacher is that person that sets a foundation for us, sets a foundation that is strong, that won't crack. And she has built that foundation for this center, for her group of students that have followed in her path. So today, we want to remember her with great love and enormous gratitude for the way she has enriched all of her lives, you as family, and the seekers, the spiritual aspirants of the International Transcendental Meditation Center. I want to now call on a dear sister of mine, Sue, to offer a little prayer, and opportunity to come and pay your respects to our dear Mum lying on the street. Yes.
Yesterday, more than 430 people, family members, friends, colleagues, students, linked into a celebration of Nikki's life. I imagine that almost everyone who is joining us today on this link was there. And so we all experienced the tremendous outpouring of love and appreciation for Nikki. And that's really hard to follow. But today, here, is a very special and solemn time. We know that the spirit is eternal, but the physical body that housed such a great soul also has to move on. And Nikki told Phil that I would know what is appropriate for a tea and governor, and so we are gathered here. And I want to say, if I may speak for the family, how grateful we are to Guru Jay Naidu for being available to assist Nikki on this stage of her journey. Nickoline Judy Florence was a colleague, a buddy, and a very dear friend. We helped and supported each other and talked to each other through some very tough times in our respective lives. And we grew to be very dear friends. Nikki was like a member of my blood family, almost like an extension of myself. And I can say that only about 3 or 4 other people in my life. For me, it is Nikki's innate purity of heart, of mind, of consciousness that stands out above all her other amazing attributes. A steadfast, unwavering, brightly burning light of purity. I know she is shining even more brightly now, but for those of us who are left behind, I would like to share the comfort of some verses of chapter 2 in Maharishi's translation of the Bhagavad Gita. This is Lord Krishna, who embodied the highest aspiration of human nature. He embodied the divine nature, talking to Arjuna. These bodies are known to have an end. The dweller in the body is eternal, imperishable, infinite. That is from verse 18. Verse 22. As a man casting off worn-out garments takes other new ones, so the dweller in the body, casting off worn-out bodies, takes others that are new. 23. Weapons cannot cleave him, nor fire burn him. Water cannot wet him, nor wind dry him away. 24. He is uncleavable, he cannot be burned, he cannot be wetted, nor yet can he be dried. He is eternal, all-pervading, stable, immovable, ever the same. He is declared to be unmanifest, unthinkable, unchangeable. Therefore, knowing him as such, you should not grieve. And 28. Creatures are manifest in the beginning, unmanifest in the beginning, manifest in the middle, and unmanifest again at the end. O Bharata, what grief is there in this? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Sue. Yes, the soul is never born, the soul will never die. Only this body that is born and is here on this earthly plane in a temporary state. When this body has completed its duties, and when it gets to the 15th stage of its life, we are on this earthly plane, this body gets diseased. And when body gets diseased, the next stage is when the soul calls on God and says, I cannot remain in this diseased body anymore. I have to take leave. I am a spark of the ultimate light, and I would like to return to that ultimate light. And as you heard our sister say, that soul cannot be wet and cannot be dry. No fire can burn it. No wind can blow it. Because it's a minute particle. A minute particle that has created. On the one side, the soul is a minute particle, one side of the coin. On the other side of the coin, we have this unprecedented and challenging times that we are experiencing right now, and that is the pandemic, the virus. Also a minute particle. So a very difficult balancing act to perform on this earthly plane. Many of us do. Many of us have got to the end of the road where our duties have been complete here on this earthly plane, and we have to take leave from it. So I want to now call on Figila, but before she speaks, there must be, we heard a few characteristics from Sue of our dear mother lying in state. We must listen to those characteristics, those qualities, those virtues, and those morals. Because today is a day when a teacher leaves this earthly plane. She teaches. She gives us a lesson, and she releases from her book a page into our lives. So I want to call on Figila to offer tribute.
Good afternoon, everybody. My tribute this afternoon to Nikki Florence, known as Nickoline, is really a tribute to all our women, sisters, and daughters of Africa. Because you raise us when we are kids. You nourish us with the love. You support us in everything that we try to do. You innovate in our businesses. You create homes for us. You are great communicators. You manage our schedules. You teach us. You get things done. You constantly forgive us for our messy mistakes. You make us look good, both physically, business-wise, in our leadership, and in many other ways. And in most instances, you are actually better leaders as women in Africa. Therefore, as Nikki and most of our African women, you deserve all the love, all of our respect, all of our recognition. You deserve equal remuneration, equal access to opportunities. And most importantly, you deserve for us as men to give you all the love that you deserve. I want to read a passage in the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, from verse 10. And even though it mentions specifically what a wife does, I believe this applies to most of our women in Africa, and most importantly, to how Nikki lived her life. A woman of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She's like a merchant ship, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it's still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female slaves. She considers a field and buys it out of her own earnings. She plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are too strong for her tasks. She sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arm to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings in her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat amongst the elders and the wise of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gates. Thank you.
Thank you very much for bringing that meaning of a woman out, a meaning of a mother today, depicting to us that a mother is the most important person in this world. We would not be here if it was not for a mother. We would not have a foundation of good habits and character if it was not for the mother. We would not be sustained if we were not for the mother. And when we were just born and as babies, the mother never had technology, was never part of this digital age. Even today, the mother is not part, is maybe part of the digital age, but does not use technology to be able to look after their child. When the child cries, the mother knows that the nappy may be soiled. When the child cries, the mother knows that the child may be hungry. When the child cries, the mother knows that there may be a pain somewhere in the body. And she knows exactly where the pain is. And she knows exactly how to relieve that pain. And that's all without technology. If that's what the sixth sense, that is who a mother is, has the sixth sense. I want to now call on Mr. Philip Dlamini to offer tribute.
Good afternoon to everybody. Celebrating the life of a great person. At my age, as the head of the family, I have a duty, a responsibility to protect each and every member of my family. That simple means those who are brought into the family by our children, both male and female, they have a freedom that we have protected for centuries. A freedom to choose your religion. And my job is to make sure that everybody practice the religion the way that person wants to practice it. So you will understand all the problems come here. When Nikki was introduced to me, a great person, I surprised my granddaughter because she expected resistance. And I said, you are a revolutionary. A revolutionary is a brave person that brings change in the community. The understanding of the situation, and you go to develop those ideas. When I spent 4 years at the University of Limpopo doing my LLB, I started at age 64. So when I came back celebrating, Nikki was part of people who were there. The last talk, me and her, was that she will invite me to her college to encourage the youth. That invitation still stands. And I can tell you, it is a life to be celebrated, a revolutionary life. Perhaps other people, when you talk about this word revolutionary, they think of guns. A revolution is done by committed people who understand what they want to bring, the type of change they want to bring into the society. I know Nikki was committed to bring a change, specifically in the African society. Make children to go to school. He was committed to see that there is education and there is a broader understanding of God, not one-sided approach of God. He was broad. That's the Nikki I know. That's the Nikki who was committed to his religion. And I'm a witness today to say he lived, he preached, and at the end he ended up doing exactly what he was talking about. So as I follow up to here, I followed to see that yes, she won't change on the last minute. Because people teaches you to go straight when they do about turn and go other direction, not Nikki. And that's the person I'm proud to stand and celebrate her life. As a family, unfortunately, because of the COVID and the restrictions, we left many behind. As a family, we are saying to the Florence family, God sent Nikki to transform South Africa. And he has done her duty. We, from this family, when this time comes, we say, from God we come, and unto God we shall return, because he is the person who sent us to come and do specific tasks, and that's what we need to do, and that's what we need to make sure that while we still have life, we do what God sent us to do, and not what we want to do. And I thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for that. And we want to just announce to those that may be streaming this celebration of our loving mother, Nikki, who's lying in state here, that we want to apologize that just maybe it was just her wish that she was supposed to be arriving at 3 o'clock, and I'm sure in her class, in her teachings, in her lessons, that she would always arrive early to make a plan and make sure that she's ready to conduct her classes. And today she's done the same. She's done the same. She's arrived here early. To all those that have just come on at 3 o'clock, we apologize for that. We welcome you to the celebration of life for our dear mother, Nickoline. Thank you. I'm now going to call on our last tribute offerer, and that is Matapelo Dlamini.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to be reading messages from different members of the family. The first one says, Gufa lupi udosi lwakho. Nikki, you left us with a hole in our hearts. You deceived me that coming back you are becoming strong, knowing that you are going away. All is well. I thank God for your transparent love, kindness, and humbleness. you caring you show to us as family. May your soul rest in peace. See you in the morning from Gogo Pindi. We are all visitors to this time. We are just passing through. Our purpose here is to observe, to learn, to grow, to love, and to return home. Even though I cried endlessly when you died, but I promise I want to let tears mar the smile that you gave me when you were alive. From Tabiso. I want to tell the whole world about a friend of mine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. I'm going to take you all back to a better time. I'm going to talk about my mama, if you all don't mind. I was 1 year old when you and I started our lives together. You fixed me up something that was good for my soul. You worked late nights just to keep on the lights. Mommy got me training wheels so I could keep on my bike. And you would give anything in this world. And you never put nobody before me. You never put nobody over me. And I love you for that. Mommy, can't you see? 8 years old, caught you with tears in your eyes. Because the world trying to get the better of you. As we drove that whole Sunday, I said, Mommy, I'm going to love you until you don't hurt no more. And when I'm older, you don't have to work no more. And when I'm still going to get you that Jeep Wrangler you wanted, see your unbreakable, unmistakable, capable lady that's making moves. A living legend too. Just look at what heaven do. Send us an angel and I thank you, hey mama, from Vuyo. You never said you're leaving because goodbye is very painful and sad. For us as well, it is very hard to can say those words. Only thing that remains is you are gone before we knew it. Only God knows why. What I can say is we accepted you as an addition to the family with whole of our hearts, and we loved you so much. If love was enough, it could have saved you. You could have never died. It broke our hearts that you will be no more. But you will never be forgotten. You will stay in our hearts forever. Thanks for love and care you showed us. You really showed us a special part. When it comes to family, our daughter chose you as she saw the good in you. You will stay in our hearts and souls until we meet again. From Nganlahliwe. Dear Nikki, I wrote your thousands letters, re and wrote, but words fail to express how I feel. When I am emotionally, physically, spiritually, and all allies involved, I need to fathom this moment because I am so perplexed, disdained with hope and might. Your last lecture, your last wedding, your last appearance. I can't fathom. You were our baobab tree. You were the ikoko tree that kept us lignified and rooted. Now that you are gone home, feels empty, more emptier, as we say goodbye. Why do they say is goodbye? Because this bye-bye is not good. It's too damn painful. Who will now comment on my pedanticness for food, clothes, and unequivocal royal standards and etiquette? Who will comprehend my twilly, brainiac self? I feel robbed. I feel robbed. You keep on saying stay strong. How do I stay strong when you are so larger than life? How do I keep strong when such an magnificent personality? Only you could have said, only Mox can write this. Only Mox. I will miss our deep, silent conversations. They were silent but so loud to us. The joke is you are more blacker than I, and I am more whiter than you. I loved our working relationship. Yes, we had our indifferences, but those indifferences always brought us back to each other. When my mom calls and asks, at times managers become family with their subordinates. You never made me feel like a subordinate. Rather, you magnified my position that at times others felt it was too much. You saw something great in me, greater than us, and your kind yet harsh felt kept me turned. I lived for MI because you pushed me to. We often left late, even on weekends, because of the love we had for MI. Our love for MI made us lose time with our families, friends, and times even with ourselves. But we kept on saving. I am lost, Nikki. I am broken, and the home you welcomed me into no longer feels safe and secure for me. You fought battles for me, with me. Who will be my lieutenant now? You built a family for us in DSA. You built it for students. If they came to me, I knew they were from your office. MI hospitals. Now that the great doctor is gone, how will I doctor accordingly? I will take time to heal from this. Not sure where I'm going to go after this day. No one can fill your shoes. No one can fill your space in my life. I am lost. I'm shattered. How do I feel when myself need comforting? How do I encourage provider when I also need that encouragement? How will I unconditionally love our students and go beyond the call of duty when the one person who made feel vital, resolute, and needed is gone? If we could trade places, I'd ask God to take me, because your shoes, Nikki, are too big and more bigger to feel. I love you, for I know you loved me. I am keeping strong for the family and feel, but it's hard. Every day my heart breaks into pieces. I am shattered. See you later, Nickoline. Bye, Nikita. Your electric pedantic soldier of note, Dr. Mox. I miss you. Message for Nikki. I never thought I would be here saying my last goodbyes. Where do I even begin to describe Nikki? She was a positive person. I never thought of her as giving up. Nikki, the kind of person who could comfort you on any occasion, but there is nothing better than walking into her room and be greeted by her warm smile and laugh. She was quite the adventurous person. Nikki was so in tune with nature and her will to be better. She will forever be missed by all, and most of all by me. With all the people she met, she was kind and treated everyone with kindness. I remember while I was still learning from home, she was patient in helping me. I missed most of the conversations we had were the most interesting, and all ended with a set of jokes. We had no sad days, but happy ones we had the most. From Neo. I'm going to read the last message from her wife, and then Lerato prefers to read her own message. Baby, my love, my Nigiwe. You are beautiful, my love, in and out. You love me till eternity, and I love you the same. Receiving that call that granted me the opportunity to see you and hear you speak for the last time was the most frightening blessing of my life. I was not ready to lose you to death. I feared losing you. But I guess you and your Creator had other plans. I don't know how you thought this was the best option, but then again, you always knew what's best. Thank you for loving me unconditionally. Thank you for the beautiful memories I have to comfort myself with. Thank you for empowering me with love, knowledge, wisdom. You are the greatest wife anyone could ask or even imagine. You are the greatest gift that Jehovah gave me. Hearing you say you love me with the last strength is an assurance. Baby, no one can ever understand the pain I'm going through right now, but I guess you do, because you went through it before I did. You choosing to transcend must have been the most tiring, nerve-wracking, difficult choice you had to make. I understand, my love, and rest well. The Florence family, thank you so much for accepting me as one of your own. My journey with you does not end here. I love all of you so much, and thank you for loving me. To my Yvonne, thank you so much for Nikki. You are blessed beyond. To our children, you know what your mom stood for. You know what she expected from you. then nonsense she did not take, you know. Joy and peace that she always advocated, you know. I know we will struggle in the beginning, walking this journey without her. But if we keep her teachings and wishes in our hearts and mind, then we will not fail. We will be the family she loves. She loved us with all our imperfections, and let's not expect each other to be perfect all of a sudden. But we can strive to perfection, as it is a struggle for all humanity. Oh, my baby love, medium, stogosam, my all-in-one, hamba kahle sithandwa sami. I will always love you. I will carry you in my spirit until we meet again. I promise to always keep the joy, the smile, and oh, the glow that Tab speaks of. Rest well till we meet again, my wife. It is far from being well, baby, but I know it is well with my soul. I love you. Thank you.
It is not by mistake that you slept forever a week before your birthday, on the same month you were born in. You showed us links on what happens at 3 o'clock, the positive and powerful energies. So it's not by mistake that today we are saying goodbye to you at 3 o'clock. It is not by mistake that you planned out your own funeral and everything is going according to your plans. Your life has always aligned. It is not by mistake that your body is departing on Ash Wednesday. You're going back to the ashes, but there's no fire that can burn a beautiful soul like yours. You now rest in the arms of your Father and Father God. For you are dust, and dust you shall return. Genesis 3, verse 19. I bid you my final goodbye. May you rest in eternal peace. I will always love you. You've opened doors for me. Now it's time I walk my own journey, but I know you'll be looking over me. A powerful angel you are, a gracious angel you are, a kind angel you are. We are blessed beyond worldly things. Love from your girl child, Larat.
Thank you very much for all those beautiful tributes offered to this dear soul. We are going to offer you the opportunity to pay your last respects. The undertaker has made special arrangements for you that you may still be able to view the face for the last time. So we will have the petals at the end of the on the coffin, and you can take some petals, come to the face, and offer them just in front of the glass. Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya. Mandikni Sarena Chandasa Sitaya Nadeshwaraya Paramatmana Tamayeshwaraya Mandara Pushpava Pushpasu Pujitaya Tasmai Karaya Namah Shivaya. Tasmai Karaya Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Gauri Vadana Vrinda Suryaya Dakshineshwarana Shakaya Sri Nilakantaya Vishvajaya Tasmai Shri Karaya Namah Shivaya. Tasmai Shri Karaya Namah Shivaya. Vashishta Kambodha Bhava Kamaraya Manindra Deva Sitra Shekharaya Chandraka Vaishanara Lochanaya Tasmai Karaya Namah Shivaya. Tasmai Karaya Namah Shivaya. Yagna Swarupaya Janadareya Pinakastaya Sanataneya Divyaya Devaya Digambaraya Tasmai Karaya Namah Shivaya. Tasmai Karaya Namah Shivaya. Om 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 Namah Shivaya. Dear family, we are now going to proceed to the anteroom. And we only allow 5 in the anteroom, 5 family members. For the others that want to maybe view when we are performing, we have a double door like this on the other side, and you can be there and watch. Thank you. Dear family and friends, for those that are streaming, we, the family, have lovingly requested that the rituals in the ante-room, in the cremator room, are private, and we now leave you, and the family have lovingly passed their thanks to all of you that have taken time to pay your respects through watching on media. Thank you very much. We will now stop here at this point. Thank you very much.